Hello everyone and welcome back to WWE Universe. I'm your host Jason, you're watching ECW. Tonight we've got ourselves a hardcore championship match as well as Eddie Guerrero back in singles competition in preparation for SummerSlam.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 196 pounds,
Sin Cara out first here tonight for this tag team matchup. Sin Cara and Santino Marella insistent they will continue to work together regardless of David Otunga's opinions on the both of them, which right now seem to finally be coming around. David Otunga seems to be realizing exactly what the rest of the world I think has already realized about Santino and Sin Cara, which is unfortunately that the two are duds. Of course, they got their work cut out for them. The ECW tag team division is something that is kind of evolving and growing as time goes on. It's still a very new concept here on ECW, but the tag team championships were introduced just over even 3 weeks ago at Judgment Day, won by Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie due to injuries. Cactus Jack definitely not capable of defending that championship alongside his partner Chainsaw Charlie, and they very quickly lost those titles. And here's a team that I know are absolutely gunning for the tag team championship.
And representing the Ministry of Darkness at a combined weight of 826 pounds, Guerrero, and Bradshaw.
The Ministry of Darkness, these three coming down to the ring here tonight. I believe we've been told that it's actually not going to be Farouk and Bradshaw competing here tonight. Gangrel will be setting foot in the ring alongside one of these two. It's up to Gangrel which one of these two it's going to be. He's got some mighty fine choices with him, to be honest. I feel like this is a group that could go pretty far if given the right opportunity. Good to see Gangrel kind of finally finding his footing. He was someone that came in earlier in this season and hasn't really managed to make an impact just yet. I mean, even his first night on the job alongside these two, unfortunately, they lost to Team DZ, who went on to lose the Tag Team Championship matchup to the first ever champions, said before, Cactus Jack, Chainsaw Charlie, who quickly lost those titles just 2 days later to the combination of the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk. Gangrel going straight in as we see Farouk that Gangrel has decided to team up with here today. Let's say this is kind of an interesting trio. I'd definitely say that Farouk and Bradshaw have always been known as a solid tag team, and you see Gangrel kind of just gets involved, and seeing these guys with these strange markings on them, on their tights, presenting themselves completely differently to how they were a few weeks back as the APA, but truth be told, and the reason that they undertook this change was they said something needed to change. They needed to prove themselves as better than they were showing to be. They were losing on the regular to Team DZ, and something had to give. Farouk going straight in for the cover here in Sin Cara. That's a quick kick out there. The midsection, big power slam. That's a very popular move in the 90s apparently. As we see a cover here from Farouk on Sin Cara, and Santino nowhere to be seen. This one's already over. Well, that was not what I had in mind, but hey, Sin Cara and Santino continue to prove us and now finally David Otunga right. Gangrel and Farouk victorious here tonight. Bradshaw obviously not really involved in this matchup, but I'm sure he's happy for these guys to have come out victorious. Ministry seem to be a rather popular group here on ECW right now. after they made their debut back at Judgment Day. But we move forward here tonight, as up next, former tag team champion Chainsaw Charlie. Well, he's going solo for a little while whilst his partner tries to figure out exactly what his next move is going to be. So tonight, Chainsaw Charlie set to go one-on-one with, wow, I drew a blank there, with Antonio Cesaro. That match is next. Well, Antonio Cesaro is someone that a lot of people are keeping their eyes on. They think he's a future breakout star. There almost seems to be no doubt about it. The future is bright for Antonio Cesaro, but unfortunately for him, his start to his career has been a bit rocky. From his debut matchup against The Big Show, in which he wowed a lot of fans, he really showed what he was capable of. But unfortunately, he was unable to pick up a victory, to teaming with The Big Show, making it all the way to the finals before being disqualified for turning on The Big Show, taking another hard loss to The Big Show. And then, of course, following that loss to The Big Show, Cesaro deciding to restart his career at Judgment Day with an open challenge to be answered by Stone Cold Steve Austin. I've got to say, those two really brought each other to their limits. Cesaro never really truly lost to Antonio Cesaro. That match ended due to a countout as they fought until Cesaro was unconscious on the outside. And now here tonight he is looking to bounce back by going up against the tag team partner of management here. A lot of people starting to really see what I've been seeing, and the fact that Dude Love and Cactus Jack are very much one and the same. It's about damn time too.
This should be an awesome matchup.
Chainsaw Charlie is another man who I think has definitely been on the less fortunate side of things in the past. He is a former ECW champion, not world champion, but ECW champion. They're kind of slightly similar but different. They have the same lineage, but you wouldn't call Chainsaw Charlie a former world champion. And he was the first man to have ever held the ECW championship, but he lost it just a few days later on ECW in his first defense instantly. And again, history repeated itself back at Judgment Day. Chainsaw Charlie became one half of the first ever ECW World Tag Team Champions, and then lost the championship just a couple days later here on ECW. Unfortunately, Chainsaw Charlie seems to be a little bit cursed right now. He doesn't really seem to be coming out of that rut anytime soon. If there's a championship and he can become the first man to hold it, oh, he will. He doesn't seem to be able to hold on to them for long.
And Chainsaw Charlie makes him pay for it.
I'll be dropping him down there with that clothesline as Cesaro, oh no, catches the head. Looking forward to seeing Eddie Guerrero in one-on-one competition in our main event tonight. He's set to face off against Dolph Ziggler. I heard something there, but really maybe one of them was Mahal. And Guerrero, yes, set to face off against Dolph Ziggler. That should be a treat of a match, to be honest. Our main event tonight. We have been told and confirmed that one match we will be seeing at SummerSlam in 3 weeks' time. The ECW World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line. Following the actions of Mark Henry, we were supposed to be having a contenders match between Stone Cold and Eddie Guerrero last week, which Mark Henry quite brutally interrupted. And with Stone Cold laying them both out with some stunners. We will be seeing a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Eddie Guerrero will both challenge Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight, the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm very interested to see who comes out on top in that one, because Mark Henry, yeah, he's been on a tear just lately. But the thing about a triple threat is Mark Henry doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose his championship. It could be a real big opportunity for someone like Eddie Guerrero, or it could be exactly what one Stone Cold has needed. I'll tell you one thing for sure, that's the Stone Cold right now. He is on fire. He is red hot. The way he keeps laying those guys out. Seems like he's really needed someone like Mark Henry to light a fire under him and motivate him that little bit more.
Cesaro too crafty to get caught with that. Oh man! Bam! Just squeezing down on the head here.
Charlie locked in a submission hold here. Cesaro really wrenching back on anything and everything he can. Chainsaw Charlie is still in this one. You know, he packs a chainsaw.
Still to come, King, is what should be a phenomenal main event.
Interested in our hardcore championship match tonight. You guys put your votes in, and Jinder Mahal will be the man to face off against the hardcore champion Ryback here tonight. Initially we had some votes for Cesaro as well as Shane McMahon over on Raw, but it was Jinder Mahal that was decided, as he is definitely someone who I think could use the opportunity. His brother, the Great Khali, had great success here on ECW with the hardcore title. Tonight could be Jinder Mahal's turn to pick up championship gold. Charlie with a great reversal there, catches the leg of Cesaro. Just tying it up in knots. Devastating. Simply devastating. Another attempt here by Chainsaw Charlie. A quick kick out by Cesaro, though. He ain't going down without a fight. Chainsaw Charlie perhaps calling for the Texas pile driver. Cesaro not had the best of luck just lately, and I think it's about to get a lot worse. Devastating pile driver. Busted Cesaro open. You could see it there on the impact. And Chainsaw Charlie now going in for the cover. And Cesaro somehow finds it in him to kick out. This man is superhuman. Real violent now. It seems like perhaps being busted open motivated Cesaro a little bit. Nasty elbow. Charlie with strike after strike, and Cesaro. Whoa! Don't think we've seen him bust that one out before. Huge launching uppercut, and Chainsaw Charlie still able to kick out of that one. Cesaro gonna look for a submission victory over Chainsaw. Oh, okay. I thought for a minute he was gonna have to go over to the ropes, but he managed to somehow flip it around right at the same time.
Big kick echoing around the arena.
Coming off the ropes, Cesaro. Backdrop there by Chainsaw Charlie. What's he looking to do here? Oh, a knee drop. Right onto the head of Cesaro. Here's the cover. Is this going to be enough? Still no. Cesaro caught the leg of Chainsaw Charlie. Spins him round. Okay. Seems he was a little bit dazed there. Didn't really know what to do. Perhaps that knee to the head did a little more damage than we thought it did. Chainsaw Charlie is heading up. What's he looking to do here? You don't have the moonsault? Chainsaw Charlie did a moonsault. That's in his video. What the fuck? Oh, I feel so ripped off. Ooh. Chainsaw Charlie did a pretty good moonsault, if I'm not mistaken. Tell you what, Cesaro really being brought to his limits now. Ooh. Oh, he's fighting back. Cesaro with everything he's got. Oh, hold on a minute. Catches him just off guard, just for a second, to get the neutralizer on Chainsaw Charlie. A busted open Cesaro. This rookie, this motivated, determined rookie, gets the win. Antonio Cesaro picking up an important victory here tonight over the first man to hold both the ECW and ECW World Tag Team Championships. What an accomplishment for Cesaro this one was, and you can see the battle scars. This man is trying to climb the ladder. He is really trying to force his way up there. I think one day he wants to face Mark Henry, Stone Cold, Eddie Guerrero, whoever's the champion. Great performance by Antonio Cesaro here tonight as we move towards our next match of the night. It's all about family. It's all about justice. Tonight, Primo fights in honor of his cousin, Epico, as he goes one-on-one with Daniel Bryan.
Making his way to the ring, from San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing 218 pounds, Primo.
Oh, you gotta love him. Epico and Primo, one of those tag teams here on ECW that I think has got all the makings to one day be ECW World Tag Team Champions. Let me remind you that the current champions, the Road Warriors, were eliminated in the first round of the ECW World Tag Team Championship Tournament. They were eliminated by the debuting Epico and Primo. I think rightfully so, in my own opinion. Epico and Primo should be in top contention for those Tag Team Championships now because of that. I think they absolutely have shown that they belong in contention. They can beat the champions.
And approaching the ring, from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 192 pounds, Daniel Bryan.
Well, he's definitely not the most popular guy on ECW, but that doesn't stop him chanting yes as he makes his way to the ring. Daniel Bryan got a point to prove here tonight against Primo, that it was no fluke when Epico suffered an injury during a match against Team DZ. Again, it's all about the tag division here on ECW, and all these guys wanting to make their mark. Those tag team titles are highly sought after. I mean, they're brand new here to the brand. Guess it only makes sense. Daniel Bryan, oh wow, very quick into the running elbow there. Oh, and a very quick spin kick to the head too. Daniel Bryan really quickly laying in the offense. There you go, there's Primo. Oh no. This should be a good matchup. I feel like Daniel Bryan and Primo could really bring out the best in each other.
And he hits the drop kick. What impact?
Cousins rule. That's a sight I never thought I'd see. That's I hope we're not in the South.
And did you hear the impact on that kick? Primo controlling the head.
Oh.
Fierce kick.
Primo coming off the ropes. Wow, what distance!
Practically see the pain in his face right now.
And Primo coming off the top. Oh, Daniel Bryan out of the way. Speed of Primo. What a talented individual. Daniel.
What a devastating neck breaker. Daniel Bryan into the headlock.
Bryan sends him into the corner. Drop kick, up, failed to connect there.
Controlling the waist.
What's Primo gonna do now? Got Bryan on the ropes. Oh, sends him over the ropes. Bryan in control once again. It seems like every time Primo thinks he's got a little bit of offense in, Daniel Bryan is right there. A little bit of a mean streak behind him today, Bryan. When we see such a vicious flurry of kicks in such quick succession from Daniel Bryan, but clearly he's got some kind of issue with Primo. Oh!
That's a stiff kick. Wow, Bryan is so quick.
That was strange.
Oh, man, what a kick
Primo
to the
with
face.
a quick step up there, and
Arm.
Bryan, oh wow, and again Enziguri.
Bryan gets
Primo off the ropes. Oh!
huge move.
Drop kick. I meant to call him Epico. I'm not really sure why. Coming off the ropes once again, got Daniel Bryan with the crossbody. Diving all over the place.
Something like that. And that one hit.
Daniel Bryan can't keep it. Okay. I want to do the cool runny one in the corner. Those are fun. The cool runny one in the corner. That's a thing I just said. Put him on the
Great counter from
top, maybe, yeah, but Daniel Bryan with a reversal. It's full of those.
amazingly gifted maneuver. A swift kick. Very, very painful hold here. What's he gonna do?
Daniel Bryan got this submission locked in on Primo. We know Daniel Bryan, a submission specialist.
His way out.
Couldn't hold Primo down for long, though.
Crashing down. An elbow. Welts growing across the chest.
Primo just full of strikes.
That hand had a lot of force behind it.
Oh no, pulling him back. Bending the arm back. Sheer force behind that. Daniel Bryan really trying to rip that thing out of its socket.
That chop turning his chest. Look at the pressure. You can see
Once
it in his
again,
face.
Daniel. Oh, hold on a minute. Daniel
Primo turned it around.
locking in his submission hold.
Unbelievable.
That came a little out of nowhere, wouldn't you say?
Daniel Bryan is showing some guts out here.
The label lock
So many holds. Daniel Bryan
tightly in on Primo. Manages to reverse his way out of that one.
Is Daniel Bryan going to be able to recover from that?
Primo up to his feet. He's feeling skipper and oh! Nice takedown there. Whoa, it's Epico! Epico's come out! The referee seems to be a little bit distracted by the fact that Epico's here.
Squeezing down on the head.
Epico is actually here! I don't know how advised it is for him to be here, as he fully recovered from that concussion he suffered.
Daniel Bryan had
He
that
had two back-to-back from going through that announce table.
Good night. Ow. Well, apparently he just wanted a closer look.
I think we'll be seeing Dolph Ziggler here tonight. He's got a date with the main event scene.
Well, that unpredictability was here before, but I'd say that things have gotten much more dangerous.
And Daniel Bryan caught off guard there by Primo with a little help from Epico into the cover. That's a victory!
Primo gets the win.
Epico just helped Primo get one over on Daniel Bryan. Nicely done. They just played Team DZ at their own game. Shades of their match, I believe it was Farouk versus Dolph Ziggler, where Daniel Bryan came out, paid the distraction for Ziggler oh no, it's Bradshaw, sorry. Ziggler getting the victory over Bradshaw with help from Bryan. Here tonight we just saw them get their comeuppance. Primo, with a little bit of help from his cousin Epico, just picked up a major victory here on ECW as we move towards our next match of the night. The Hardcore Championship is on the line. Can Jinder Mahal be the one to hinder the undefeated streak of Ryback? Ryback, the Hardcore Champion, set for his, I believe, first title defense since winning the title back at Judgment Day in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Took the title from David Otunga, who is insistent that he can beat Ryback without the other two holding him back.
And introducing the challenger.
We don't even get introduced to him. That's right, I'm sorry, I forgot the rules of Justin Roberts. We don't introduce Jinder Mahal for some reason. He's just not worth introducing in Justin Roberts' eyes, as if Justin Roberts is so fucking special. Jinder Mahal, last night on Raw, suffered a very quick loss to Bret the Hitman Hart, as he was the top suspect, or one of the top suspects, for running down the British Bulldog due to the history between Jinder Mahal and his brother, the Great Khali, and the likes of Bret Hart and British Bulldog. In fact, it was an attack from those two on Bret and the British Bulldog that caused the Hart Foundation to become a thing. Some people think that perhaps he was jealous of their success and tried to shut it down. This is, however, only a theory. No one truly knows exactly what's going on with the British Bulldog over on Raw right now. But what we do know is Jinder Mahal was voted into a hardcore championship opportunity here tonight. He's got to make the most of that, because Ryback is not going to be an easy opponent for Jinder Mahal. And there's a big boot, dropping Jinder flat down. As I say, Bret getting a very quick submission victory over Jinder Mahal on Raw just 24 hours ago, for Jinder to now be in this position. I mean, the thing is, you don't get informed until the day of ECW. Here comes David Otunga. Jinder telling Otunga... Whoa!
You gotta be kidding me!
Otunga? I don't understand. Ryback's concerns are not with David Otunga, who, it seemed to me like he was going to attack Ryback, but the moment Jinder Mahal started telling him to work alongside David Otunga, the moment he started trying to bark orders, Otunga said no. And he's out of here.
That's a move that'll knock you out cold. Oh, look at the emotion.
Ryback calling for something big. Meat hook clothesline. I think Ryback is already looking for a nice, easy, hardcore title defense. With a strange bit of help from David Otunga there. Here's the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ryback's still the hardcore champion. Well, be sure to leave your votes down below for who you want to see face Ryback in the future for the hardcore title. Ryback checking on Jinder Mahal here, trying to be big. Trying to be the bigger and better man, but Jinder Mahal feigning an injury there as he tries to get the last laugh on Ryback. Respect to Ryback, he doesn't exactly normally do that kind of thing, and I guess that's going to show him not to in the future. As we move towards our main event, Eddie Guerrero set to go one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. Well, I believe it was quite some time back now. I'm trying to remember exactly whenabouts it was. I think it was the new season of ECW, where we were trying to find the next contender for the ECW Championship, in which I believe Dolph Ziggler picked up a very major upset victory over Eddie Guerrero. Here tonight, he looks to turn things around for himself again tonight by further elevating himself to the ECW World Championship spot. As we know, the SummerSlam match is already set in stone. If Dolph beats Eddie again here tonight, it's not going to necessarily put him in the match for SummerSlam, but hey, Unforgiven's not that far away. They're always arriving in style here tonight. A fan favorite, no doubt about it, but Stone Cold Steve Austin has had this man's number more than I can count at this point. You know, we saw Eddie Guerrero come back to rescue Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was clearly about to have something real bad happen to him at the hands of Mark Henry. Guerrero saved Austin from that ambush from Henry, and Austin thanked him with a Stone Cold Stunner. And then last week on ECW, it was supposed to be a #1 contenders match between Eddie Guerrero and Stone Cold, and once again, Mark Henry getting involved in the situation. But of course, just like it was last week, I mean the week before, Eddie Guerrero dropped with a stunner by Stone Cold, and he went, you know what, screw this, I'm out. Left the two to fight it out amongst themselves, and well, Stone Cold Steve Austin did get the last laugh. Right now, I think he's been a real thorn in the side of Eddie Guerrero, and we'll see if that continues tonight, as Eddie Guerrero is set for a match I definitely think will go down in the history books between Dolph and Guerrero. Ziggler Guerrero, I don't know why I said the first name of Dolph Guerrero, the new wrestler. I think we're in for a real treat with these two facing off one-on-one. Next week, Stone Cold Steve Austin returns to in-ring competition here on ECW. We're going to see a singles match from each SummerSlam participant, closing out each week of ECW. This is, of course, Eddie Guerrero's here tonight, Stone Cold next week, and then just 5 days before SummerSlam, Mark Henry will be set to go one-on-one with someone. There's no real rhyme or reason behind some of the people these guys have been made to face. It is an interesting situation we've got on our hands here.
And that series ends in deadlock. Neither one of these superstars can afford to give their opponent the upper hand.
Straight to the back of the head there by Dolph Ziggler. Of course, you got to think, if you're Eddie, Mark, and Stone Cold, you got to look at each one of these matches that you've got as a very important point in your career right now. You know, the implication here is that Eddie may have 2 weeks to prepare for SummerSlam, where he's not competing on the show. But that's not necessarily the case. He can still be on the show. What I'm saying is that they're going to be closing out the show. And obviously, if Eddie Guerrero loses here tonight against Dolph Ziggler, that is not going to do a whole lot for his esteem, for his psyche, for his mentality going into the triple threat matchup. If Stone Cold and Mark Henry are both victorious and Eddie loses, there is definitely a psychological disadvantage for Eddie Guerrero as the only man to have lost his match heading into SummerSlam.
Oh my word, what a slam. Ziggler squeezing down on the head.
It is ECW's goal at SummerSlam, as it is for any brand, to really steal the show. Let's see if they can do just that.
And there's the monkey flip.
Been a pretty great episode of ECW here tonight. We've had some real good competition. The return of Epico is something that I think a lot of people have been waiting and dying to see. SummerSlam's just around the corner, you never know, maybe Epico and Primo, maybe they'll get that tag team championship opportunity I was talking about before. Maybe we'll see them face off against the Road Warriors. I, for one, think that that is absolutely what should be in the stars, but it's not down to me, admittedly. I think the thing right now is Epico's got to prove to the world that he's not going to suffer another injury anytime soon by trying anything ridiculous involving a table in the near future. That is a repeated incident. He needs to maybe avoid doing that to himself. Guerrero ducked it there. Dolph Ziggler off the ropes.
Ziggler controlling the waist.
Very curious to see who comes out on top in this match. As I say, the record books for these two, I believe, stands at 0-1 for Eddie Guerrero. He's got to really step up his game if he wants to best Dolph Ziggler here tonight. Can't wait to see when the former champion returns to the ring and what's next in store for the man of many faces. We'll just call him Mankind for now. No, actually, we'll call him Mick Foley. That's the easiest way to look at that situation. The ECW, I don't know why I said it like that. The ECW General Manager.
Quick thinking to avoid that. He was one step ahead on that one. Nicely avoided there. And he escapes the hole.
Kicks Dolph Ziggler off there. Eddie Guerrero up to his feet and sending Dolph into those ropes. And got him with a backbreaker.
Eddie Guerrero has the arm. Eddie has the headlock.
Eddie and Dolph seem to be very evenly matched so far in this one. You know, a lot of people say that as great of a team as Team DZ are, perhaps these are two guys that will one day make it bigger and better as singles competitors. And I can't say I disagree. Eddie Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler and Daniel Bryan are both fantastic singles competitors. Ziggler, a former United States champion. I don't believe Daniel Bryan has held a singles title just yet, or a tag title for that matter. He may be a former hardcore champion, but that's about it. I can't recall Bryan having held a title, but the hardcore championship is the one lineage I cannot tell you the history of. I can tell you that the first champion is the now retired Vladimir Kozlov. I can tell you that Big Show has held that title, I believe, 3 times. I'm not sure I can tell you much more than that thinking on it. I don't really think I know much more than that. In terms of people, I think Foley held it a couple times. I think Foley was the one that dropped it to Bryan, actually. I think he got it back. And there's the monkey flip. And Guerrero seems to be completely in control of this situation now. I mean, when you're Eddie Guerrero, the thing that's got to be on your mind is you've got to be worried, like, when is Stone Cold going to show up again? When is Mark Henry going to show up again? These guys have really been going at Eddie Guerrero as of late. He really seems to be the butt end of this situation amongst the three. And I guess that's only fair when you look at the actual situation at hand. As much as I like Eddie Guerrero, he is definitely the smaller of the three. He's the easier to throw around and beat up. And I guess that's maybe why he's such a target. But again, that underdog situation could be exactly what carries him through to a victory at SummerSlam and his first World Championship. I don't think Mark Henry realizes the dangers he signed himself up for. His championship is at risk at SummerSlam, whether he wants to face that fact or not. I think Henry's been a very impressive ECW World Heavyweight Champion, and I've got to say, I actually think it would be a shame to see it come to an end so soon. But all it takes is one correctly timed frog splash out of nowhere on a laid out superstar, whilst the other one's maybe not present, maybe hit a last ditch move and just couldn't get the pin in time, and boom, Eddie Guerrero has just stolen the championship. You know, his mantra is lie, cheat, steal. He's gonna find some way to try and steal that match. It's the one-on-one situations where I think Eddie Guerrero maybe has a little bit more of a disadvantage. Dolph Ziggler seems to be really getting the best of Eddie. Eddie turning things around with that big boot. And the head scissors. This is a match we could see go to a time-up draw, you never know. Great as these two are, I really couldn't tell you who I think is better right now. I think both of these two are front runners for slept-on potential right now on ECW.
Controlling the waist. Total destruction. He might not know where he is right now.
Nice, well
Yeah, about to turn 11 minutes left on the clock. 9 minutes have passed. We've not seen a single pinfall attempt in this match thus far.
What a punch! And did you hear the impact on that kick?
Dolph with Eddie in the corner, taking a moment to just kind of step back and give himself some breathing room, it seems.
Taken to the mat with authority.
Dolph now measuring Eddie Guerrero as he comes in here. Got him.
Sick neck breaker.
Dolph going for the cut. No, Dolph not going for the cover.
There.
Reversal by Eddie Guerrero sends Dolph into the corner. There's the monkey flip.
And that's a shot that could drop a grizzly.
You gotta say it every time. It's the rule. The time. Gotta say it every time. I've been having a lot of voice cracks lately. Is my voice gonna get deeper? I'm 27. Is my voice really gonna drop? Finally?
Eddie Guerrero has the headlock. What a fierce kick.
I'm probably just talking wrong. I'm probably using the wrong parts of my body, so it's
Extremely compromising position.
actually damaging me, and I need to learn to talk correctly. Some shit like that. Yeah, great move here by Eddie Guerrero, but Dolph able to roll out of that.
Neither individual.
Well, a lot of people can pull off a submission hold like that. It takes a lot of strength and balance.
And the knuckles connect.
Dolph now setting Eddie up on the top. What are we going to see here?
What's he doing?
Big superplex. Center of the ring.
Absolutely amazing, that big superplex.
I would have gone for the cover right there and then if I were Dolph. That would have been enough to wrap this one up in my eyes.
What's he up to here?
Oh, and this one's
Dolph Ziggler taking it to the outside. Oh no. Oh no. Not the barricade. Not our thinly layered barricade.
Big impact into the guardrail.
That thing is so small and made of bars. That'll hurt a little bit.
Look at this.
Oh no. Oh.
Spear. Oh my God.
That probably really hurt Dolph. I think his head collided with it.
And it's imperative he gets back to
Referee up to a count of 7. Is Dolph looking to take a count-out victory over Eddie Guerrero here? Is that really something he'd be satisfied? Oh, Eddie's up! Dolph Ziggler trying to show off in the ring with a headstand, and Eddie Guerrero's... What are you doing, Eddie? Get in the ring!
I didn't think he was gonna make
Dolph's celebrating. I don't think he realized Eddie Guerrero snuck around the ring and got him completely off guard there. He turned around after having done the headstand, looked in the corner, realized Eddie wasn't there anymore, and boom, caught him from behind. Look at that! Come on, do a frog splash. That would be so perfect. Yes! Yes, Eddie, do it! Do the frog splash. You perfectly set up for it. Got him! Cover him. Cover him now. Here we go. That has got to be it. No! Oh, that was such a cool sequence. Smashed him through the barricade. Started showing off and not looking. Guerrero snuck around, caught him from behind the moment he looked in the corner and he wasn't there. Threw him into the corner, German suplex, into a frog splash. That would have been the perfect finish for this match. That is such a shame that Dolph kicked out. That might be one of the best sequences I've ever seen the AI do.
And there's the leg drop. Eddie into the headlock.
And scissors by Eddie Guerrero, who has completely bested Dolph Ziggler since he caught him off guard. Dolph has not been able to fight back. 13.5 minutes deep into this 20-minute time limit matchup. Eddie Guerrero and Dolph Ziggler really bringing each other to their limits. I think we got Ziggler fans in the crowd right now. Sounded a lot like Let's Go Ziggler. Let's go Sheamus. Listen to these fans chanting, let's go Sheamus. Jerry the King Lawler in like 2012, if anyone even remembers that. Here we go, roll up pin here on Ziggler and Eddie Guerrero. Whoa, I thought he really had him for a second there. Ziggler with a turnaround, and Eddie with a turnaround, and Ziggler with a turnaround. Okay, it's a kick out. Wow, okay, that didn't last as long as I was afraid it was going to. Original lowrider. Yeah, that's, yeah. Yeah. Ziggler. Side suplex drops down Eddie Guerrero. Kick to the midsection by Dolph. He's had enough. Single leg Boston Crab. That's how you know he's had enough. And Guerrero kicks him off. Oh, hold up. Guerrero got... Aww. Oh, flying crotch. Kick to the back. Dolph Ziggler. Eddie Guerrero and Dolph really stealing the show here tonight. Really setting the bar. Roll-up attempt here by Eddie Guerrero. Is this going to be enough to put away Dolph? Dolph turns it around. Is this going to be enough to put Eddie away? Oh, Dolph Ziggler. No way. Stole it again from Eddie Guerrero, whose momentum for SummerSlam is not looking good. What a spectacular performance from these two tonight. And Dolph just barely weaseled through and stole this victory. I don't think Eddie's too familiar with being a victim of theft, but here tonight, Dolph definitely stole that one. That was Eddie's roll-up turned over. Dolph with the victory. What a main event. Dolph Ziggler picks up momentum. This is not looking good for Eddie Guerrero, who's got to face off against Mark Henry and Stone Cold in just 3 weeks at SummerSlam. Thank you for watching this week's episode of ECW. Be sure to leave your Hardcore Championship votes down below, and I'll see you on SmackDown.